Hey folks, LTZ here with a video I guess I'm going to be calling like the book that can change your practice that you haven't heard about. And this is really part of a confession as well as an explanation and maybe an exploration. So kind of, it cracks me up with so many people like, you're so good at marketing. You're just so good at getting yourself out there. And I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing most of the time. And like whatever's happening is just happening on the grace of the own projects as they go out into the world and people who are excited about them. And because Visual Alchemy, this book right here, came out in October of this past year, 2022. And you will not find a video about this on my channel. And it's really like the shoemaker's children have no shoes. And I feel really bad because this is such a profound book that's so near and dear to my heart. Like this is actually the first book that I proposed to my publisher back in the day, and they're like, yes, write this book. And I'm like, yes, I'll get right on that. And then I wrote, I don't know, 9, 10, 11. I think at this point it was probably nine books before I got to this one. So it's like a big buildup of like how important and like just the necessity of really considering and digging deep to pull out what I feel is most important and to get that across. So I want to talk to you today a little bit about this book. So if you're wondering like, what the hell is this? Why haven't I heard of it? What's it good for? Is this something that can help me? Well, first, it is a sibling to Sigil Witchery. Ooh. Notice they are the same size. It's because they are siblings. They go together. Again, these books are this weird shape, so they are really good reference manuals because they stay open really well as you are working on projects. That is why it's a square. And for those of you who are really upset about the square, suck it. Sorry, I'm not sorry. There's a design reason for this. But no, besides offending a small part of the population by having a book that fits awkwardly on your shelf, but does fantastic things on your desk or workspace. What is this about? So Visual Alchemy to me is the intersection of art and magic. And art, if you know anything about me, art is my primary form of magic. And as I taught hundreds of Sigil Witchery workshops, I'm always coming across things that I'm like, okay, well, this book is really the basis for everything, but there are other questions that people have. And how do I help people accomplish? How do I continue to help them make sigils that are even more effective and more powerful and ease the process and really create that sort of guidance that you would normally get with a design school education, but without the pain and expense of design school. And so this not only builds upon what you read about in Sigil Witchery, but it goes deep into the design aspects of it, of like what to consider when crafting a sigil, and all the different things that people often ask me about. It's all in here. But it's not only that. This book isn't just about sigils. It's not Sigils 2.0. I mean, we can joke around that it's Sigil Witchery 2.0, but it's not. It's even more than that, because this really goes into why art and magic are so powerfully linked, and why putting aside your fears about art, about making art, being what is an artiste, all of those things that most of us have fears about, and diving into them and how it can make you a more powerful, effective, satisfied, magical practitioner. Because we have so many fears, some of the same fears about magic that we do about art. And you unlock both of those together in this book. So this is about getting past those fears and also seeing art more than just something that hangs on a wall or decorates a space, but an artful approach to ritual and to spellcraft. And not only is there my advice and suggestions and guidance and exercises in here, but there's also nearly a dozen different other artists of many different media who I've invited to also contribute about their process. Where do they find the intersection of art and magic? And you get to see some of their work too, because art doesn't look just one way. There's so many, as many different humans there is as many different magics, and I know I made that plural, deal with it. And as many interpretations of art. It's never the same river twice. And that's what I love about art. Also, what I've included in here, there is an archive of over 50 of the most, I don't say not powerful, because they are pretty darn powerful, but the most relative and useful shared magic sigils out there that, whether it's a sigil to protect transgender folks and transgender rights, to looking at a refugee safeguard sigil, and looking at how do you create combinations, how do you do multi-sigil workings, and all the different aspects of. So pretty much a lot of things that you can find on my blog, but have been archived in one place so that you don't have to go digging around in the blog to find these. You can find the shapes, the sigils, what their history is, like when they were created, what was behind them, what is on the workboard that we did collectively, or personally, if there's a few of them that is just that I've created and released out into the world. But most of those were also created in sigil witchery workshops. And whether it's for community use, for social justice, for healing, all these different things are applicable. I picked 50 of what I consider the most potent ones for a wide variety of people to explore. So you have that in here. And it is really about delving into not only the creative process, but the collaboration process. So if you want to create works that involve more people, that address needs of a community, how to do that ethically, how to do it effectively. I'm going to keep using that word, but effective, right? I often see people like, are you a good witch or a bad witch? I'm like, oh, effective. I'm an effective witch. So that's what's in this book. So if you enjoyed sigil witchery, you will also enjoy visual alchemy. But also, if you don't have, for any reason, if you don't have sigil witchery, this book can also stand alone in that while I cover the sigil witchery method, you can get a good understanding of it. It goes beyond that, and especially for the artistic process and really exploring where art and magic and human civilization itself all are intertwined. This is what this is about. So my apologies to my own book for being the neglected child, because it got overshadowed by the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle that came out in August. And it's just been a really busy fall, September, October, then suddenly here we are in February. So have you read this book yet? Are you planning to? And, drop a comment, let me know. And I know, again, I get so many messages for all those of you who are really, truly enjoying it. I know you're giving it excellent ratings, but do talk a little bit about your experience. Leave a review. I think it helps more people really get into the things that don't have to be so complicated. It does not have, art is not a great mystery of, it has to be super complicated and it has to be taken from a whole bunch of different cultures in order for it to be authentic. It's like, no, regardless of who you are, where you are in your practice, how artistic you think you are, there is a way that is profound and authentic to you that this book can help you with. So, okay, there's my soapbox, there's my confession, there's my exploration, and I'm going to shut up now. So, thank you all for watching this, and stay tuned for who knows what comes next. Okay, bye.